girl. Hey.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, Ziesha, I feel like we've been sitting here chatting and I wish the cameras were recording already because we have so much in common and I feel like this is going to be such a great conversation. So tell me a little bit about you. Tell me a little about your story. I know you do real estate. How long have you been doing real estate?
Yes. So I'm a proud single mom of 4. I am a licensed realtor.
Yes.
I've only been licensed 10 years. Practicing 8.
Only like that's
only licensed
like,
10 years practicing for 8. But prior to that, I was always an investor.
Okay.
So I bought my first property when I was about 22. And I bought a duplex when I was 23. And so, which was many years ago.
You've been doing your thing then.
Yeah, so I've been around
many years.
For a long time. And I just kind of kept going. And when I had my daughter, I was an educator. I was an administrator for Orange County Public Schools.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my
And
gosh.
when I got my daughter, I just wanted to do life differently. I wanted to have more space and more time to be mom. Mm-hmm. And just being an administrator, I just did not see how I could raise 4 children, run a school, and my son, who was an actor, a budding actor at the time, run his career effectively. So I decided to take a leap of faith and just use my license that I had already had and just do real estate full time. And here I am.
And killing it because that's literally how we met in real estate.
Yes.
And I like, people from a distance because you see them on social media, but the times that we have had a chance to sit briefly, I'm like, she's cool people. Like,
thank you.
So cool. And for you to be able to be a mom of 4, mompreneur, because you're doing all the things. You're running your son's, like his career as an actor. And he's been in some things. Like you're doing your thing, mama. You're doing your thing.
Well, if I have to be honest, I realized my capacity and wanting him to just thrive and be great. When we transitioned to LA, I stopped managing him and I found him a manager.
Oh, that's good.
He had a manager, a publicist, and his agent.
Okay.
Just to set him up for success because I didn't know the Orlando market. I knew a lot and I'm very resourceful, so I knew all of the right people to point me in the right direction. Yeah. But I just felt like his career needed more than I could give him. And also when he transitioned to LA at 18, I had a newborn. So
it's like, it's time.
Gotcha. Trying to travel back and forth with her, although she loved traveling and he loved having her there, it was just a lot. That
sounds like a lot. A lot. So, single mom. We already went there off camera, but I know that is a challenge. It has its challenges, it has its rewards, but you're in a new space this time around as a single mom.
Yeah.
And this is like the post-divorce, like glow up, if you will, because being with and having your identity in somebody else for so long, it definitely takes a glow up to like really get back to who you are.
Yeah.
And so this season I have vowed to really go in a different direction because I know something that has recently I should say, changed for me is protecting other people's identities and they're wanting to have a certain persona in the public eye, or even if it's just for their family, they want to be perceived a certain way. And so that's why I've never really dug into my divorce and like what's really happened. So when literally just before we started recording, you invited me into this conversation.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, this is perfect for season 3, a start to season 3. It's such a perfect way to start this season. And so I'm really excited about just having this like very open conversation with you.
I'm excited.
So listen, the tea is hot, okay? For me, I will start for me because I never want to make you feel uncomfortable in this space. This is a space where you can speak up.
Okay.
For me, divorce was a very interesting time. It was very necessary. It was very, very necessary. I knew probably prior to even getting married, that I should not have. But I was very comfortable with that person. And I decided, why not? Let's move forward with this. Did not last very long because I knew I should not have done it. And probably 2-ish years after we got married, I was filing for divorce. So, and that's after my daughter was about a year and a half when I filed for divorce, when I left and everything. And I was trying to figure out, like, okay, is this right? Should I, like, is this giving up? Because I feel like in society, if you decide to divorce, some people will say you're giving up on that relationship. You're giving up on this thought. But what comes with that is the grief of all the things that you thought you were going to be doing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't sign up to get married to then be a single mom.
Yeah. So I called my divorce Journey to Thyself. That chapter of my life is definitely Journey to Thyself. And it started in a weird way. My son worked on Greenleaf with Oprah years ago. And meeting her and spending time with her just kind of really opened my eyes as to how much my identity was wrapped up in motherhood and wifedom and all the things. When she asked, "Hey, who are you?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm Zach's mom. Great to meet you." She's like, "You're more than Zach's mom." And me being an overthinker, I'm like, "Oh, you're right. I am more than Zach's mom." And, like, I'm Ziesha. But it kind of planted the seed for me to really peel back my own layers and, like, who am I? And then, you show up like, "Hi, I'm Ziesha, Zachary's mom." Or, "Hi, I'm Ziesha, Derek's wife." Now ex-wife. But it really makes you think, about who you are and how you tie everything that you are and who you are and what you do to the people that you love. And sometimes, not intentionally, just self-abandon or suppress what you need and what you want, and then you just live this life automatically because that becomes your normal, that becomes your comfortable place. Even though there are moments that are not comfortable, it's what you know. So for me, the journey to thyself was really identifying who I am, what I want, deepening my level of self-love and self-respect and self-actualization, because there were so many great things that I've done in my life that I really didn't connect with or wasn't proud of, because I always wanted more. I wanted better. I was always really hard on myself. And now I can sit back and just say, "Girl, you the bomb. Look what you did. Look what you've accomplished." And just giving that kudos and praise to myself.
But it takes you finally getting to that. Something had to, like, click for you to even get to that place, because it's not like there is this journey where it's not like all of a sudden. It's like there's the final thing that happens.
So I think for me, losing my grandmother to cancer was just overwhelming. And it changes you in such a different way. And you learn, after you get through the grief and you start to heal, and it's such a process because it's not linear. You really want to live, and you want to live a good life. And for me, I think what the turning point really was I suffered 2 blood clots to my left lung. And I found myself in ICU for a long time.
Wow.
Because the medication they gave me to dissolve the blood clots, I had a bad reaction to. And there is nothing like having your family surround your bed and pray for you. My dad drove cross country into Pens because he did not want to stop.
Stop it.
To get to my bedside and just weep. And then hugging my kids every night from a bed in ICU makes you just stop and look at life. Because at that point, my faith was tested, because I'm like, am I going to hug my kids again tomorrow?
Is this the last time?
Is this it? And you start to make peace, and you start to reflect, and you start to pray. And I'm just like, God, if I make it out of here, I promise you,
we about to change this thing around, I promise.
We about to do some things, you know? So for me, it was just, that was the defining moment of my life. And I think I'm okay with dying, but I'm not okay with leaving my kids. And so that put such a fear in me to just want to show up and be my authentic self. And the little things that I thought mattered no longer mattered.
Listen.
The only thing mattered was my health, so I could be here with my kids, and my sense of peace, so I can keep going.
Yeah.
So I can keep navigating life. And so when you start looking at that, you start really looking at the people around you. You start looking at circumstances. You start looking at so many different things and just wondering how it all fits with that new version of you and who you are becoming.
Yeah, it's like you start looking at the minute details of life because
with a microscope.
Listen, because you get so caught up in the day-to-day of things, right? Yeah. But it takes something to sit you down to like give you pause.
Yeah.
And for me, it was my sister Jamela had passed. My ex did not come to her funeral. And this was before we even took the step to get married. And I was just like, that gave me so much pause. And I was like, but you said, oh, this is my, like that. I feel like that's my sister too, but you didn't come to her funeral.
Yeah.
Which is, oh, I don't do funerals. I'm like, at this point, I have been to more funerals than I would like to count. I don't do funerals, but I go to, if you have to go, you go.
I'm really big now on taking stock on how people show up for me, because I show up 1,000% for other people. And I used to excuse a lot of people's behavior.
That right there.
Right? And then when I'm emotionally drained and exhausted by a person, it's like, I'm going to cut you off because, right? But you see the pattern of behavior before you get to that point of cutting them off. And it's been like a really beautiful journey.
Yeah.
Really now me selecting and choosing who's in my life. And
everybody
how much
does not
access
get a cut.
they have to me.
Yeah.
I'm very selective. I'm very protective. And I tell people I'm not guarded. I'm very much open. And I think I'm the softest I've ever been in my life because I'm now picking and choosing who I share my energy with, who has access to my energy.
Yes.
Life is one big energy exchange.
It is.
You just have to protect your energy.
And people who benefited from you allowing too much access will be offended by that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They're so offended by that. It's like, I gave you, like before you had full access to me. And you
abused your power.
You abused it.
Yes, definitely. Some folks are big mad with me.
Listen,
because I'd rather be home staring at the paint on the wall and live in my solitude and my truth and my happiness and my peace and my comfort than have my nervous system just rattled.
Listen,
trying to hold on to somebody ever again.
Yeah, it's so unnecessary. I feel like I finally realized that like your nervous system can be wrecked by somebody. When I would be in the house and I'm waiting to hear the garage door open.
Yeah. You're walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
You're walking on eggshells.
You're waiting for that person to enter the space, because when they're not in the space, it feels very neutral, very calm, and very peaceful.
The worst prison is a home with no peace.
That's so true. That is so true.
I've had those moments because, me and my ex, we shared a space for a long time and we were not in a good place. He slept in one room down the hall. I slept in another. I remember waking up in the mornings, praying and meditating and not wanting to open that door because I knew he was on the other side of the door. It was just my air the air quality in my home felt just very heavy.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, just immediately. And I couldn't do it anymore.
How long were you together? Because you said it was a long time.
23 years.
23 years.
Yeah. And I didn't get married to get divorced. No. And I think that was the hardest part for me because I am, a Christian woman. I am I believe in God, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't get divorced. Like, I just, I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to work through it. And I think for me, a lot of the time, I just stepped back and prayed and tried to stand still and hold out hope, thinking those prayers are going to work. And then when they didn't, and I started seeing how it was impacting my health and how I showed up in life, I just said there has to be a change. And then, the whole ICU piece coming out of that, it was just like, I didn't survive this to play small.
No.
I didn't survive this to
not at all
continue doing the same thing.
I don't want to be on the rat wheel and I'm still doing the same thing and expecting something new out of it. Yeah. I feel like like you said, your body was telling you.
Yeah.
Your heart was telling you. Every piece, your spirit was telling you. Because we think sometimes as Christians, you think that the silence is God telling you to wait sometimes, but sometimes the silence is God saying, what are you going to do?
So for me, I had to be really intentional, and that's when I started journaling, because I remember the pandemic happened and I saw all the deaths in the news, and that was another indicator for me, like, girl, this journey is short.
Very.
Right? Like, it's short and it's fragile. And I started journaling, and through journaling, it just was me getting more and more in touch with myself, gaining that clarity and that understanding of what my needs are. And I had to have a hard conversation with myself. And I was just like, how does this marriage meet my needs?
Yeah.
Where am I benefiting from being married? Right? Because it has to be some reciprocity.
It has to.
And it wasn't there. And so the next layer was, what else can I do? What else can we do to improve this? And I had tried to propose therapy and date nights and all the things to try to reconnect and find our way back to each other. And when you don't have a partner that's ready to do that and hasn't been for a long time, you just have to say, I wave the white flag, and here's where we are. Yeah. And I think we'll just be much better apart. Yeah.
And it's so interesting because you even mentioned, like, off camera, like, after the fact. It's always after the fact. Then it's like, wait. It's like,
no. And so I have much love for my ex-husband. I wish him well. Yeah. And I want him to be the best version of himself for my kids' sake. And like I tell him all the time that, we're going to always be family because we spent so many years together and we have beautiful children that we still have to raise. Our daughter's only 8. So we still have 10 years to go. But then even after that, they're going to have life's milestones, and they're going to have things where we're going to cross paths. And maybe I'm delusional, but I'm like, we can coexist still as family, just not together.
You should be able to. Ideally, that's the whole goal. It's like, even though we aren't together, we made this child together, so we should still be able to. Yeah. And he has his moments where he, expresses the regret and his sentiment and wishes things were different. And I just say thank you. I'm sorry, because that takes a level of peace within yourself to just be like, thank you. Yeah. Me saying thank you does not invite you back in.
No, ma'am.
It does not change these current situations. It just, thank you.
And I don't hate you, but I just love me.
Right. I love me more than enough. Yes. More than enough. So in this process, because it's been how many years since, like, the start of divorce?
That's a really great question. So like I said, the journey to divorce started during the pandemic. I started having the conversations in 2021. Okay. And we separated, meaning he moved out finally April of 2022. Okay. I think he was holding out hope a little bit, thinking the distance would say great. But baby, when that distance came, it was like, and here the air quality has changed. It's like you open the door and it's like, you walking around your house and you're just like loving your space again. And it just was like, okay, I'm going to let you file. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
And baby, it went. It went. And so it was just like, when I saw that what we agreed upon in terms of our divorce, because we had those conversations from 2021.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to do it. We're going to make it quick, easy. And it didn't go that way. He switched gears on me, and it was like a stab to the heart. That's the only way I can describe it, because at that point I'm really like, who are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Did you do this? And he was wanting child support and alimony, and if I had it, honestly, I probably would have given it. No. And let me tell you why, because I was always like the primary earner, right? Okay. But things changed. The pandemic brought a different market. Yeah. I had
real estate completely changed.
Yeah, I was tired of being a landlord, so I no longer had my properties. And so what he thought I had versus what I really had was not the same.
Yeah.
But I would have gladly have paid it if I had to, because I feel like that would have been my price for freedom.
And that is a greater gift. I understand.
Right. Like, I just feel like, but when we spent a lot of time going over and over and over, financials, and I'm like proving myself, like, here's everything on a platter. This is
what I have.
Right?
Yeah.
I ain't got it to give you, buddy.
Like, I'm being real. I'm being honest. Like, times have changed, sir.
Yeah. And so I think that was the most painful part. And that really impacted me emotionally, because it was just like, he just kept
digging at it. Yeah.
And I just had to trust the process. I think I was trying to salvage parts of my life, and then I had to realize God will give you beauty for your ashes. So I had to just let it all burn down. So everything that was attached to Ziesha Williams Gatlin no longer exists.
Wow.
From my businesses, the marriage, finance, just everything. I'm starting from scratch.
Wow.
And it's so beautiful, because now I get to really do things in a different way, and how I really want it, and how I see it, from this very evolved space.
That is so beautiful, because I know after my divorce, I immediately changed my last name. I was like, give me that girl back. I need.
Yeah, it was written in my petition, right? And it was written in my petition. And the judge was like, you want to change your name? And I felt like Tina Turner, yes, I want to leave this courthouse with my name.
Yeah, listen, absolutely. And it was so, I remember being in our litigation and everything. It was like, he was almost like, make sure you change your name. Baby, I was never intending to keep this name.
Yeah.
Please.
And I was hyphenated, so it was just really easy to drop off.
Yeah.
So my social security, my driver's license, everything was essentially still intact.
Got it.
Because I hyphenated.
I had to change everything.
Yeah.
But the idea that you let so many things go for your freedom and for your peace of mind, that takes to start all the way over. I understand starting over, but
it's priceless.
It is.
Once you find that piece, you realize, like, this is priceless. It feels so good.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine. I started the process because I filed. He was rushing me to file, which was so interesting. But at the same time, talking to family members, like, oh, don't try to change her mind. She's made up her mind. I'm like, but behind these closed doors, you like, when are you getting this done? Like, you need to hurry up. So filed in August of 2020. And I moved out. He wanted to keep the house that we had purchased. I was like, it no longer feels peaceful in that home anyways, so you can stay. It's fine. Moved out November of 2020, and then it took until June or July of 2022.
Yeah.
For everything to be finalized.
Yeah.
Because of how long, when we finally started mediation, when we finally started like to really get into the nitty gritty of it, he was trying to change it. He didn't want to pay child support. He didn't want to do any of that. He wanted to keep the house, but my name was on the deed. So my attorney was like, we're going to use that as leverage. And I was like, okay, that's fine. If you want this, she will sign it if you give this part. Because he wanted 50-50 custody, but I was, even when his son was with us, I was the primary person that was watching his son and my daughter. So it was like, how are you going to manage?
Have time.
Yeah.
Right.
How are you going to manage this? If you can let us know like a plan that you would have in place for this, then okay, we can consider it.
Yeah.
Had no plan. So I was like, well, what do you want us to do? So finally got that. It took a while. It took a while because then he had to, health insurance and all the things.
That whole equitable distribution piece is just a nightmare.
We got to go through it. And then the judge took forever. It took about 6 months.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, it took a while for that process to be finalized. But when it was, I was just like, I remember crying when I got I think they either called me or sent me a text to let me know that everything was finalized. I cried because, like we said earlier, I did not get married to get divorced.
Absolutely.
I did not get married to be a single mom. I got married because I had been with this person at the time for 8 years. Mm-hmm. By the time we got divorced, it had been 10 years of us being with each other.
That's what you know. It's like I said, it's your normal.
It's your normal.
I mean, our divorce took a while as well. It started that August of 2022. It was finalized November of 2023, and then January 2024, he had it reopened. And a lot of people don't know you can have a divorce reopened. And bless his little heart.
He was trying.
And so, he was trying. He was doing all the things. And unlike you, I shed so many tears during the divorce, trying to still show up and run my businesses and be mom and be whole and, all the things that when that November came, I celebrated.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I tell you I celebrated, me and one of my girlfriends, we went out and it was during Art Basel. And I remember I went in the club with a fashion. First of all, I wasn't even trying to go to a club because I'm not a clubber. But someone invited her, and I had on like a $12 Fashion Nova sweatsuit because we were just supposed to be riding, going to get some drinks and just celebrate.
The whole club.
Next thing I know, I am in the Urban in Miami, and I am like living my best life. Like I'm just like, what? And so that's how my divorce anniversary started.
Yes.
And then when he reopened it in January, I was so blindsided.
Like, what?
But I still felt a sense of peace.
Absolutely.
And I just said, you know what, God, I give this to you.
Whatever you have.
Right?
Yeah.
And it got closed officially last summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So officially, I believe it was July of last summer.
So he can't reopen it again.
He cannot reopen it again.
The fact, like you said, most people don't realize that. I did not realize that you could reopen the divorce.
Yeah.
And to say why would you even want to reopen it to try to get some?
Yes. So he still was on the whole financial piece. And at that time, I had taken on a position as an interim principal to a charter school that was struggling. And so he made it seem like I did not include that income. And so it was really looking like he had me up on fraud and trying to make it seem like I didn't disclose properly.
I just got here. What do you like?
Like, why would I claim income that I haven't earned?
Right.
And so we had to go through discovery all over again.
And discovery is long.
Yes.
It's a lot. Like,
Yes.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's closed.
And it came out, and the result came out the same. It's like she can't claim income that she hasn't earned.
Right.
2, I had not even started the job. I hadn't passed the probationary period, and it was just an interim position to carry the school to the end of the year.
So
to the end of the school year, not even the end of the calendar year.
The school year.
The school year. And so it was just me just really stepping back and allowing God to lead. Standing still, being quiet, just I did the Daniel fast so many times.
But that'll really reset you.
Yes, I had
does.
to constantly reset, because I'm just like, I can't allow this person to control my emotions.
Yeah.
Because I know I spent 2022, the end part, in 2023, an emotional wreck per se, because I just could not believe
it was a lot going on
that this divorce was taking, because I'm like, that is not what we
especially when you had a whole, like, this is how this is gonna go. We're gonna go this way, you're gonna do this, blah 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 blah. We had a whole plan, and then when you get down to actually going through it, if somebody flips the script on you, then it's like, how do I handle this? Because I was prepared for this to go one way.
Yeah, and going back to Journey to Thyself, and I don't know if you've engaged in self-care, but that's how I made it through, between prayer and journaling and self-care. Like, bubble baths are my thing. Listen, it's a whole romantic event by myself.
No, honestly, I completely 100% agree with that. I feel like the most fit that I have been in my adult life, because once I turned 30, like, right after I had my daughter. So now I'm 36. I'll be 37 this year. And the divorce happened, and I was 32-ish, 31, 32. And so I got, right before 2023, I got in the best. I was in the gym all the time.
And I don't know if you remember me competing, like, it was just,
I was on the verge of,
that was it.
I was on the verge of competing, and then grief hit me again at the beginning of 2023 when my sister passed away. One of my other sisters passed away. And so I was still trying to, like, fight through that. But then my mom got sick, and then she passed away at the end of 2023.
I'm so sorry.
So it was like that year.
Yeah,
if y'all didn't see me.
Yeah, the gym became therapy for me.
Yes, absolutely.
And I've always worked out.
Yeah.
So I've always worked out, but when 2021 hit, I was like, I feel a transition. I started going to the gym. I decided to compete. I went back into therapy. Like, I'm a firm believer in therapy.
Got my membership card.
Grief therapy, just life therapy.
Yes.
But self-care, that journey to thyself, that self-care piece is really important. My bubble baths, with the candles and the bubbles and the bath
salts, all the things.
I watch Netflix. I might even eat a whole meal in the tub. Like,
I'm not even mad at it.
That's my dinner movie. That's my date night with myself.
I love it.
Getting massages, my nails done, things of that nature. Just
travel. I love a little trip for my birthday. I try to, every year for my birthday, I'm going somewhere.
Yes,
I'm going somewhere.
That's been my thing too. Travel and just, even by myself.
Oh yeah.
Just seeing different sights and seeing the world and experiencing the fullness of myself somewhere new.
Yes.
It's really important. Like, getting in touch with yourself, it's a beautiful thing, and I really want more people to do it.
I think that, especially when you're dealing with grief of any kind, really getting in touch with who you are outside of that, outside of the grief, outside of the divorce, outside of, like, whatever loss it is such a huge component to getting through it. Because we can get so stuck in the process of that thing, right? Divorce can be it can be a nightmare, and thankfully you walked away with it with your sanity, with your peace intact, because not everybody does.
So for me, and I challenge people to really, really, really hone in on what they need.
Yeah.
And right now I can say my life is a beautiful coexistence of grief and healing, the life that I no longer have and what I thought I was going to have, with my peace and happiness, right? Because again, grief and healing is not linear. So there are moments where, even though I feel like I'm the happiest and most peaceful and softest I've been in my life, there's still moments of grief when it kicks in, you know?
Yeah.
I do have 50-50 time sharing. And so, you know, when I drop my kids off, sometimes I just hold on to the steering wheel and cry.
Yeah.
So I'm going to miss them little boogers for a whole week. You know, so I've had to...
Oof.
Yeah, so I've had to put parameters in place to address that for myself. You know? So I'll have lunch with my daughter. Sometimes I'll sub at her school just so I can see her. I know, I'm a helicopter mommy.
No, that's not, because I would totally do that. You know? I would totally do that.
Yeah. So, you know, but I've had to identify those things that trigger that grief.
Yeah.
And how to
address it.
And
address it like head on. Like, this is what I can do to fix this right now. Like, I know I would, during my weekends when I had that, and that's a part of my current grief that I'm like trying to deal with. I had my weekends. It was every weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, I had every weekend free. And so I would drop her off and be like, I don't have anything planned this weekend. I could just go home and just be as free as a bird in my room and just be lazy and not have to worry about and like do things like that. I could plan a trip. I tried to get, you know, something in place on those weekends, but it was like, I can't plan something every weekend.
Right. So, I mean, but you can be intentional and, you know, it doesn't have to take up your whole weekend.
Correct.
So I do have those moments where I just lay back. I'm not a big TV watcher. I prefer reading. But now I've gotten into Netflix and chill nights by myself.
Listen, find you a good series and just binge watch it.
I'm a huge Shonda Rhimes fan. And so, you know, you go to Netflix, it's like
Shondaland, yes.
So you just go down and you watch her shows. And I binge watch them. You know, by myself, I'll get my little popcorn and a glass of wine and just enjoy.
It's so beautiful. Seeing the women that I know have gone through divorce and seeing their life after, because if you've known them long enough, you've seen them, the married version of them. And then when I see the post, because we have our posts, we gonna make that like, oh, this is the new me. And I love seeing that because it's a celebration of the woman and the version of you that a lot of times has been lying dormant for so long. Absolutely. Because you've taken on put all the other titles above you, above just, at the end of the day, I am Jasmine.
Yeah. But now you know who Jasmine is.
Yes.
That's a huge
And that is huge because even like you were saying, got married very young. 22 is very young. We started dating when I was 20.
Yeah.
My whole 20s, I was with one person, and to then go enter your 30s, that chapter is done.
So for me, I went to my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, you know.
My God, today. So it's like entering now, which, girl, the fact that you about to be 50 is crazy to me. It's crazy to me, first of all.
Yeah.
But it's to be entering in this next chapter of your life and have already started this discovery of this version at this age. It's
a beautiful thing. That's all I can keep saying. It's just, sometimes I just say, but God. That is it.
That
is the statement. That is the caption. That is the post.
That is the post. But God. Yeah. I wouldn't have made it here, but God. Like, I look back on the end, me even finally deciding to leave. There was, we were getting a divorce. We had made that decision, but then there was that final thing that I was like, oh no, I can't even stay here in this same space with you anymore. Yeah. And when that finally, because we were going to therapy, he finally agreed to go to therapy. And we were going to therapy.
How was that?
It didn't do what I think he thought it was going to do.
Yeah. Been there.
So when we first started, like, when this was the beginning of 2020, I was like, I don't think this is working. We can try to go to therapy, see if this will help us. We're not communicating effectively. And I said this because we spent New Year's Eve coming into that year arguing for like 3 hours. And I was like, we're going in circles. Like, this is not working. So right. I was like, I will let you select the therapist. You choose. He chose this woman. She was amazing. Initially, he's very much a narcissist. So she was feeding into everything he was saying. And she was like, I want to have a one-on-one session with you. And I was like, okay. So we did. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
So I've been there. We did couples therapy a couple times and it didn't work. He didn't want to read the books. He didn't want to do the homework. He tried to find fault with the therapist. And then it was like, you know what? We don't need therapy. I'm going to therapy.
And that is so
because why am I still here?
Listen.
And so that was all of 2021, the therapy, the fitness journey.
Yeah.
And then I became very firm, and I remember it clearly, like September of 2021. Like, I had hinted on it throughout the year, but I think being locked in the house with him during the pandemic allowed me to see him in ways that I really hadn't seen it before. And then I always had an escape and an outlet because I would work myself on the ground.
Yeah.
And again, but God, because then I'm stuck in this house with you, and I'm just like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go to work because everything was shut down.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to the gym. I couldn't escape it. I had to really
face it.
See him and see me in this context and really realize I do not like this person anymore. Yeah. And it made me sad.
Oh, for sure. Because we tried the date nights. She was offering us all these things, his main complaint versus my main complaint. And I'm like, I just had a baby. And so I'm like, there's things that we were trying to figure out. But when it came down to it, he would have preferred, and I say this because of how everything played out, if I was considered was postpartum depression, like that I had that he wanted me prescribed some medication, like that was where it was leading. And they had me see a psychiatrist. It was like all of these things happened.
Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about postpartum depression enough, but it is a real thing.
It's a real thing, but there is, and I had to sit with myself in the midst of all this happening and be like, no, like, me and this girl, we are cool. Yeah. We are locked in. I'm good with my girl. Like, did I ever plan prior to this to be like have a ton of kids? No. Yeah. But now I have this little one and we are here. Yeah. My problem is this man. Like
no, and so it becomes like this forest that you really have to work through. Like, what's me? What's him? What's attributed to parenting? What's attributed to lack of work-life balance and work stressors, right? Like, so
you have to sift through the weeds.
You really have to really go through that to make sure you're making the right decision. And for me, it all boiled down to me not liking him anymore as a person. Yeah. And who he evolved into, and who I had evolved into just didn't match anymore. And even after trying, therapy and date nights,
it didn't work.
We never found our way back to each other. And I have this book that one of my friends told me to read called His Needs and Her Needs. And as I unpacked and I processed the book, I was just like, yeah, it's not adding up.
Well, listen, that I will definitely say, like, that was the point that I had gotten to. Listen, this was amazing. I feel so...
I think so too.
I feel so good about this. I feel like this year is going to be so refreshing because I too am like, this is the year of like, I'm turning 37 this year. Yeah. And one of the things that has been kind of like stuck in my head when it comes to just life itself is two of my sisters, they did not get to see 40. And so I feel like you said, you get that wake up call. It's like, I need to live life differently and switch some things up. And so these next few years are kind of about that. And I tell people, I'm not trying to be morbid, but it's like, they did not see a year that I am approaching. Yeah. And so I want to live not only for myself, but for them. And Post-divorce has been very interesting. So I've been the past like few years have been just like really restructuring how I do things, especially as a mom, because I want her to see me in like, oh, my mom can do all the things.
Yeah. And I said that earlier, right? Like, how my children see me determines how they'll live their life, the quality of their lives.
Yes.
So me being healthy and happy, even single, is better than them seeing me married under undesirable circumstances, because I never want to set that precedent for them to self-sacrifice, self-abandon in a marriage. Or for a relationship. So this season is really just building.
I love it. I'm going to be on Instagram and on Facebook, and I see my girl. I see her. She's over there killing it.
Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming.
I appreciate you.
This is the start of season 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you don't want to miss the rest of this season. I'm only going to get more open and real with y'all than I ever have before. So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next episode.